Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into Dead Friend Forever. We're diving into episode 4. I just finished reacting to episode 3, and we left off with the motorcycle riding demon dick burglar coming up to the house after Sweet Boy radioed to the other people like, hey, Fluke is scaring me. I tried to watch the video and he's scaring me. Please help, please help. So he showed up at the house and he was just getting ready to unmask when the episode went to black. So I was like, okay, are we going to find out who's under the mask right now? Or are they just going to and not show us for another like 3, 4, 5 episodes? Don't know. We're going to dive in and we're going to find out. Yes. So Sweet Boy came downstairs to radio the other people. Hey, Fluke is being scary. Fluke came downstairs, started being scary after Poor was having this orgasmic looking seizure thing. Then Fluke pulled the gun out on him. And for some reason, Fluke is thinking that getting a random needle and thread is going to help stop the seizure gasm from happening. Now, why Sweet Boy didn't have his t-shirt over the gun handle, I don't know. Like, if I'm trying to hide a gun in my back pocket, I'm not going to just have it exposed for everyone to see. I'm gonna need you to stop yelling at me. Again, you keep acting like this, I'm gonna punch you in the dick. Like, I understand you're stressed, but I did not ask to be here. I've done nothing to harm anybody. It's like, honestly, White could say absolutely anything. He could explain exactly how he got the gun, and Fluke is not going to believe a damn thing. See? Again, it doesn't matter what I tell you, you're not going to believe me. See, this is where it would be really handy if you knew how to fight. Because I feel like Fluke doesn't actually know how to shoot this gun. We're not going to try and find some alcohol or something. I mean, all that alcohol you were drinking probably would be better than nothing to sterilize these needles. I mean, it's hard when you have someone pointing a gun at you and screaming in your face. It's not exactly the most comforting of scenarios. I mean, hell, threading a needle can be difficult enough as is. I mean, even if I thread this needle right now, this threaded needle is not going to stop this man with a tree trunk through his abdomen from having whatever the seizure gasm he's having. I know you haven't gone to medical school yet, but like, if anything, this unsterilized needle you've randomly found in this house is going to cause more infections. Okay, at least we've got something. Yes, I see. I know. I mean, you're not exactly doing very much either yourself. So your plan is to sew the tree trunk into him. Somehow I don't think that those 4 fabric stitches you gave him are going to do much. Of course there's. He has a fucking tree trunk through his abdomen.
กูไปล้างมือก่อนพี่หายใจไม่ออกไม่เป็นไรนะ
I mean, unless you plan to bust through this box, being with you is in no way, shape, or form gonna help me survive this.
ไม่ต้องกลัวมีกูอยู่ทั้งคน
So I need you to start practicing your Kill Bill techniques and punch your way out of this coffin with a quickness. Or maybe use your legs to try and press it open or something.
กูคิดวิธีได้ละ
Okay. It's something. It worked. I won't argue with the results.
โอเคป่ะเจ็บตรงไหนไหมไหล่กูน่าจะหลุดว่ะอีกแล้วเหรอ
Girl. The hell's going on with your shoulder that just dislocates so damn easily? He's talking about again. Like, girl.
โอเคแข็งๆไปไหน
Like, you weren't even the one who was doing the thrusting. Like, you just fell like 2 feet off the... Whatever.
คงได้เท่านี้ก่อนน่ะเดี๋ยวออกไปจากที่นี่เดี๋ยวกูพามึงไปหาหมอแล้วกัน
If.
แล้วเราต้องไปไหนต่อ
เราหนีออกมาจากทางนู้นเราก็คงต้องกลับไปทาง
So
เดิม
since they're setting up this sort of romantic rekindling vibe with them, I'm assuming they are going to survive to the end. Everyone else is kind of expendable at this point. I think White is going to survive, but his boyfriend is not.
ไอ้ผีใส่หน้ากาก
Fluke is going to die.
ทำไมไม่ถึงเป็นบ้าออกมาไล่ฆ่าเราแบบนั้น
Asthma guy, he could go either way. I feel like he's probably going to die too.
ผีน่าอยู่ในหนังสั้นที่พวกมึงเขียนกันไม่ใช่เหรอมึงดูปักใจเชื่อคำว่าผีจังเลยนะเหมือนมึงเชื่อว่าคนที่ชื่อนนท์ตายไปแล้วอ่ะ
Do you know many ghosts who ride motorcycles?
มึงเลิกถามคำถามโง่ๆแบบนี้สักทีได้ปะวะ
Yes, so it's a ghost with a Adidas tracksuit and sneakers. Oh, okay, fun.
พี่ชายกับไอ้ตีมันจะโอเคไหมเนี่ย
Now, is he actually the killer, or is he just playing some fun game? Is he possessed? I don't know. We'll see.
กูแกงเป็นไรกูแกงเป็นไรกูแกงกูไม่เห็นเหรอวะไหนตรงนั้นอะมึงไม่เห็นเหรอวะมันมีหน้าประตูเนี่ยกูแกง
Okay. So why can you see him and he can't? That's okay. So is there something magical, mystical happening? I don't know. Child, I don't know what's happening.
กูมาถูกทางแน่ๆแต่ป่าที่เนี่ยแม่งเป็นอาถรรพ์แม่งไม่อยากให้พวกเราออกไป
So even more reason why I said you should have gone and let your friends out and you guys could have been traveling
ลองไปทาง
together.
นู้นดูดิป่ะ
Because you're not going to get home in time to catch the killer.
ลองดูก็ไม่เสียหายปะวะถ้าหลงก็ให้กลับมาใหม่
ถ้ากูกลับไปช่วยไว้ไม่ทันนะกูจะโทษมึงคนเดียว
Girl, the killer is already there. Like, you guys weren't getting back to the house before he did. It wasn't going to
ตี
happen.
ไอ้ตีนี่ไงบ้าน
ผมไม่เข้าใจว่าทำไมพวกพี่ๆไม่อยากให้ผมเปิดดูคลิปกันขนาดนั้นนะ
มึงไม่เห็นเหรอว่าในคลิปพวกกูเป็นไงอะพวกกูทั้งเมาทั้งเล่นยาแล้วก็มีหน้ากูหลาอยู่ในนั้นอะ
Okay.
ถ้าคลิปแม่งหลุดไปนะอนาคตหมอของกูแม่งจะเป็นยังไงวะ
You know how many doctors out there are wilding, doing drugs, and being drunk? Girl, you'll be fine. Your clientele don't care about that. They care, can you treat my illness when I'm in your office?
ใครแม่งจะอยากกลับไปดูคลิปที่เพื่อนตัวเองแม่งหายตัวไปวะ
พี่ฟุ๊กไม่ไปเฝ้าไอ้ปอเหรอครับ เดี๋ยวผมเอาน้ำให้ไงพี่
ก็ไว้มัวแต่ชักช้าพี่เลยต้องลงมาเอาเอง
Well, because there's a lot of stuff happening right now. It's a very tense environment.
เมื่อกี้พูดว่าไงนะครับใครคืออาของพี่ตีนะครับพี่
นั่นเนี่ยเป็นแฟนไอ้ตีแต่มึงไม่รู้จักอาโจ้อะนะแสดงว่าไอ้ตีอะไม่ค่อยเล่าอะไรให้มึงฟังอะดิ
I could have told you that.
พี่ตีพี่ท็อปพี่แล้วคนอื่นอย่าพี่ไอ้ท็อปเฮ้ยไปเฮียมึงจับมันเอาตะแคงก่อนดิ
Okay, is he possessed or is he acting? I don't
ทำ
know.
ไมอะพี่มึงถอยไปก่อนเดี๋ยวกูจัดการเอง
I'm sure you will.
มึงเป็นอะไรของมึงวะเนี่ย
It's like, I know you're dying, but no shoes in the house.
ไอ้ไว้
I'm not a strong boy. Look, I will take the feet. You come up here and lift this dead weight.
ไอ้ตีมาช่วยมึงปะวะ
งั้นพี่มาช่วยผมฝั่งนี้
Yeah, you lift his dead weight, okay? Lord, if anyone ever comes back to the house and I were white, I would curse them out so hard. I'm like, why the fuck did y'all leave me here with this man? Why did y'all leave me here? He is about to give me a nervous breakdown.
เฮ้ยนี่กูต้องดูแลคนป่วย2 คนเหรอวะ แม่งไม่หนักไปหน่อยเหรอ นี่2 ตัวนี้แม่งภาระกูชิบหายเลย
I'm sorry your friends are such
พี่ท็อปไหม
burdens.
อะครับเผื่อพี่ท็อปจะได้บอกเราว่าคนอื่นๆอยู่ไหนกันอะ
3 ปีก่อน
Ooh.
พวกเราลงหัวกันทำเรื่องนั้น
It's like, great, now I got another bitch talking about it.
รอเรื่องนั้น
It's like, all right, let me kill this motherfucker
จะ
too.
ทำให้
Lord.
นอน
ไปฉายมาแล้วพี่ไปฉายมาแล้วพี่
Because I ain't got time for none of these bitches to start talking in their comas. Don't ask him about the gun. Don't ask him what he's about to do. Just let him be. Don't draw any more attention to yourself than you need.
ไอ้ไว้ มึงไปข้างนอกกูนะ
Wow, you gonna shoot me?
ไปดิ มึงขุดลงไปลึกๆใช่ป่ะ แล้วเดี๋ยวมึงก็จะเจอดินเหนียว แล้วมึงก็ตักออกมาเนี่ย ไปตากให้แห้ง
ผมไม่เข้าใจอะว่ามันจะช่วยพี่ท็อปยังไงอะพี่
ก็กว่าไอ้เฮียท็อปมันจะได้ไปโรงพยาบาลล้างท้องก็ต้องพวกเนี้ย กูก็ต้องหาวิธีที่จะล้างท้องดูดซับสารพิษให้แม่งมากที่สุด กูจะเอาดินเหนียวแห้งอะบดผสมกับน้ำให้ท็อปแม่งแดก
มันจะได้ผลเหรอครับพี่
ตอนเนี้ยวิธีไหนก็ต้องได้ผลเลยไม่งั้นน่ะเฮียท็อปแม่งก็คง
I
ตาย
don't
หา
know if I trust this idea. I don't know if I like this plan.
พี่เป็นหมอ
He is not the
เราต้อ
doctor.
งเชื่อพี่
He is not a doctor in the least.
เปล่า กูยังไม่ได้เรียน กูดูโคนันมา
Okay.
มึงเลิกสงสัยได้ปะวะ
And I've watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I don't think that's going to make me qualified to start putting dirt in people's systems, but you know, whatever. Who knows? It could work. Maybe it's some sort of old-fashioned remedy. Don't trust anything Fluke has to say at this moment. I damn sure wouldn't turn my back on him.
มึงใช้เฮียนี่ขุด มือมึงจะได้ไม่เปื้อนไง
โอเคครับ
Oh, well, that's not good.
พี่ฟุกครับ ผมว่าดินพวกนี้มันคงไม่ได้แห้งง่ายอะพี่ กว่าดินจะแห้งอะพวกเราคงต้องรอแดดพรุ่งนี้เช้าครับ ถึงตอนนั้น พวกเราคงกลับกันหมดแล้วอะ
I'm assuming that hair dryer is not going to
Man,
get the
good
job
you
done.
มึงไม่ทำอะไรเลยปะวะ
ฮัลโหลไว้ได้ยินไหมฮัลโหลพี่ตีได้ยินไหมเปลี่ยน
ได้ยินแล้ว
พี่ตีอยู่ไหนอะพี่ตีรีบกลับมาบ้านเร็ว
ไว้ฟังนะ ตอนเนี้ยมีคนร้ายกำลังมุ่งหน้าไปที่บ้าน ถ้ามีคนแปลกหน้า ห้ามเปิดรับเด็ดขาด
ตอนนี้ก็ไม่มีใครนะพี่ มีแต่พี่ท็อปที่กลับมาบ้านนะครับ
ฮะ แต่พวกพี่หายท็อปไม่เจอเลยนะ
ตอนนี้พี่ท็อปป่วย
Well,
หนั
he
กมาก
found us.
ผมกับพี่ฟุกก็พยายามหาอยู่ว่าจะช่วยอะไรพี่ท็อปได้อะพี่
แล้วไอ้ท็อปมันกลับไปยังไงอะ
พี่ท็อปก็ขับมอเตอร์ไซค์กลับมาคนเดียวอะพี่
I mean, I feel like there's some information you could communicate over the radio. Say, hey, the killer took the motorbike. I feel like that's valuable information we could be sharing right now. Are we going to use words on these radio lines? Are we going to say anything worthwhile? Whoop.
ไอ้หน้ากากนั่นคือไอ้ท็อปเหรอวะ
Thank you. Use your words, my cut. Okay, well, that's done now. Okay, is poor gone?
ไอ้ปอ
Here's Johnny.
มึงจะเข้ามาในยี่ท็อป
I'd go for like a shoulder shot or like a leg shot. Something that wouldn't kill but would, you know, disable for the time being. If you're worried about not killing your friend. If you don't care about... Remember when I told y'all I don't believe Fluke knows how to fire a gun? I mean, I'm sure he... Like, even if he knows how to fire a gun, my first thing would be to check the gun. Are there bullets? Is the safety on? Something. Okay, so there are bullets. He just does not know how to fire. Okay, I stand by my assessment. White baby, I need you to do something, not besides cowering by the foot of the staircase. Or stand there and... Lord White, Jesus. Like, I don't want you to die, but you're not doing very much to try and preserve your life. Thank you, something. Like, I'm not saying you gotta kill Top, but, like, do something, please. Thank you. I don't think the chest compressions are gonna save this situation, baby boy. I mean, even if the chest compressions were gonna work, you still gotta, like a breath of life or something. You gotta put air into a system. Chest compressions, breathe. Chest compressions, breathe.
Why มันมาตัวพี่หน่อยวะ Why เกิดอะไรขึ้น เมื่อกี้กูได้ยินเสียงปืนจู่ๆท้องมันกระชากขึ้นมา
And he's still up there. Y'all left him alone. He's still up there. Well, I mean, I'm sure by the time you get up there, he'll be gone.
มึงเป็นหมอไม่ใช่หรอ มึงช่วยมันไม่ได้หรอวะ มึงเรียนหมอไม่ใช่
Will you stop this?
หมอผีไหนก็ช่วยไม่ได้ไอ้เหี้ย
Exactly.
ไอ้เหี้ยตีไอ้ปอม
Me going to medical school and taking my college algebra class and none of my actual core classes does not equip me well enough to bring back the dead.
ถ้าแม่งเป็นบ้าอย่างเงี้ยลองจับแม่งมัดไว้ก่อนที่แม่งจะมาฆ่าใครอีก เราจะได้ปลอดภัยก่อนที่เราจะมารับด้วยเรารถมันรับมันที่เจ้าของรถตายหาแล้วเนี่ยนะ
I Lord, they're going through it. You know, we still got these two out here.
เรามาประตูนี้ปะวะ
ใช่ เฮ้ย เสียงรถ น่าจะเป็นรถที่มารับเรา เราต้องรีบไปจากนี่นะพี่ไม่งั้นเราโดนทิ้งแน่
เชี่ยมันล็อกว่ะไปนั่งก่อน
I mean, we only said his shoulder was dislocated. He's not like broken. He can walk. Don't have to like carry him.
มีอะไรที่ช่วยได้เปล่าวะ
นี่กูหาอยู่เนี่ย
Girl, we told you he's dead. Yes, we've established that. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you need to see things with your own eyes. I get it. But, like, girl, we've established this.
บ้านภูเขาครับ รถกำลังเข้ามาอีกไม่ได้10 นาทีนะครับเปลี่ยน
เราจะบอกพ่อแม่ปอกับตำรวจ ว่าอะไร
You just tell them.
แม่มีคนตายที่นี่เต็มไปหมดอะพวกเราไม่ต้องตกเป็นผู้ต้องสงสัย
Better suspects than also dead. Like,
ก็ไอ้ท็อปเป็นคนฆ่าไง ไม่ ถ้ากูตกเป็นผู้ต้องสงสัยประวัติกูไม่
girl, I don't care about your fucking profile.
ช่างแม่งก่อนได้ปะวะ ที่สำคัญตอนนี้เราต้องออกจากที่นี่ด้วย ใช่พี่ฟุก ผมเป็นพยานให้พี่ได้นะ ไม่ได้ กูรู้นะเว้ยว่ามึงทำที่อะไรบ้างอะเรื่องกล้อง เรื่องคลิปหลุด กูรู้เห็นหมดเฮียฟุกคลิปกล้องเฮียอะไร มีเฮียอะไรอีกมึงเล่ามาให้
It's
หมด
like, yes, if I'm gonna die, I want to know what I'm dying for. So someone please tell me.
มึงเล่ามาดิ
White's over here like, I didn't do shit to deserve this.
ส่งวอร์มให้กู
I don't want to come on this vacation anyway.
เร็วดิถ้ามีใครพูดเฮียจะไม่แต่คำเดียวอะกูยิงทิ้งแน่
He cares a little too much about becoming a doctor.
กูพยายามมาถึงขนาดเนี้ย
I don't care about your desire to become a doctor. I don't care.
กูอยากให้แม่กูภูมิใจในตัวกูบ้าง
I'm sure she would be super proud to know that there are all these dead bodies here and you're concealing it because you want to be a
มึง
doctor.
ไม่ได้ด้วยโดยเฉพาะมึงไอ้เฮียตี
บ้านภูเขาครับ พอดีผมขับมาเจอสะพานถล่มนะครับ อาจจะไปถึงล่าช้า เปลี่ยน
ผมเพื่อนปอนะครับ ปอฝากมาบอกว่า เราจะอยู่เที่ยวกันต่อครับ
Why?
ให้ผมมารับอีกทีวันไหนครับ
เดี๋ยวผมจะแจ้งลุงแดงไปอีกทีนะครับ
So is your plan to keep us hostage here forever? Like, what is the plan? What is the end game?
มึงไอ้เหี้ยเต๋มึงดีมากมึง ใช่ เป็นเพราะมึงคนเดียว มึงก็รู้อยู่แก่ใจว่า3 ปีก่อน มึงทำอะไรลงไป
Okay, so it seems as though next episode we're going to be getting some sort of flashback. Maybe fill in some of the gaps, find out what happened to Non. Maybe, don't know. But as far as this episode, I guess all I can really say is I don't fully understand Fluke's motivation, what his plan is, what his end game is. Like, I can understand the stress of this entire situation has caused him to mentally snap, and he's not exactly making super coherent decisions, and he's just very nervous about everything. Everything is about my future career as a doctor. I need to be a doctor. I'm going to be a doctor. I can't have anything jeopardized. I'm like, girl, being a doctor ain't all that goddamn important. Like, calm down. Like there's so much that's happening right here that, like, you being a doctor is the least important thing on my list right now, because if you don't make it out of here alive, you being a doctor is irrelevant. So my focus is, let's get out of here. And then we can worry about spinning whatever story or making you be a doctor later. But if we don't get out of this forest, get out of this house, get back home, you're not going to be a doctor. So you, like, canceling our ride and saying, I'll let Uncle Deng know when I'm ready to leave, and destroying the radio so we have no way of contacting them. What is your end goal? Are you going to keep us all here hostage forever? Because again, you're not going to be a doctor, or you're not going to be a doctor to very many people if that's the case. Are you going to kill us all and then escape to become a doctor? And then I'm pretty sure your friends family are gonna be like, hey, have you seen my son anytime recently? I know you guys are like best friends and you were going on this trip, and you're the only person who seems to have come back. What have you heard from my son? I'm sure Poor's parents eventually are gonna come to this cabin and be like, oh, hey, there's a shit ton of dead people here. Like, what is your escape plan right now? Like, nothing's gonna stop me from being a doctor. I won't let you guys fuck up my life, blah, blah, blah. But what exactly is your exit strategy? I know he doesn't have that planned out right now, but I'm like, I need you to start thinking about that, because nothing you are doing right now makes any sense. Nothing you're doing right now leaves you with any way out that looks good on you. Like, I don't understand. So again, if he is the next person, the next casualty in this series, I will be fine with that. I'm over him. I'm done with Fluke. I don't need any more of him. We can take him out. We got our official second casualty. Poor is now gone. But I am glad to see that next episode there will be some sort of like a little flashback, because I was sitting here thinking, as soon as Top as soon as Top came and pulled the wood out of him, and he's dead now, I'm like, well, damn, that actor really didn't get a whole lot of screen time. Like, he had the first episode, then he got impaled, he's been unconscious the last 2 episodes, and now he's dead. So I'm like, damn, he didn't get any screen time. But I'm like, okay, so at least he's gonna get a little something in a flashback, because it feels like it'd be just a waste of time for him at this point to just like be part of this main cast and just not really get to showcase any acting or anything like that. So I'm glad for a flashback of that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm still trying to figure out whether this is a mystical sort of attack or whatever that's happening to them, or if this is just like some sort of plain ordinary serial killer slasher thing happening. Because I don't know, again, if Top was possessed by something. It seemed just the way he was acting, like, oh, the seizures and then the eye bleeding and then just the whole manic nature of him, and yes, you caused this, you all caused this, blah, 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 blah. Like, it seems like someone else is influencing him. What that someone else is, again, I don't know if it's a spirit, if this has to do with the shrine we saw and there was some sort of sacrifice made, a spell was cast. I don't know. I don't fully know what's going on yet. All we know is we've got a dead Poor. Fluke hopefully will be dying sometime soon. I can see T dying. Like I said, I can see Tan dying. I feel like White is probably going to survive, and I feel like the other two, whose names I can't remember right now, are probably going to survive because they seem to be hinting at this potential romance rekindling with the two of them. Although, like I said at the top of this, the director or the writer said when he got the script, you just start, it's not a romance story, so kill, kill, kill. So who knows? Maybe they're teasing us with this romance, but they're not actually going to end up. One of them will probably end up dying as well. If I had to put my money on it, I'm guessing the little cute one from Kin Porsche who had his ass out in episode 1, he'd probably die, and then Chin Dimple will survive if one of them had to die. But yeah, there's still a lot of questions, a lot of mystery, and I know, like, watching it, I'm like picking apart and yelling at the characters, blah blah blah. That's not me like hating on the show or saying I don't like the show or anything. This is how I watch horror movies. This is how you watch slashers and whatnot. People do stupid things on screen and you scream at them like, why? You make no sense. This is just par for the course. So yes, I'm still enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the watch. It's just, you know, people in horror movies do stupid things that you gotta yell at. That's half the fun of watching these things. So that is what's happening now. I don't know if I'm gonna dive into the next episode right now. I think I need to. There are other things I want to look at. Plus I need to get dinner. So I might call it a day on this one for right now. I might dive into another episode. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.
Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. There was a time we had